I love painting because it gives me the strength to communicate. I don't just paint to feel good, I paint to deliver a message, to talk through my art. My name's Aziza, I'm 27 years old and I'm from Iran and I'm an artist in Australia.
Hi, my name's David Bridie. I'm speaking on behalf of Farhed, an artist from Kurdistan. Farhed practiced art for a short period of time when younger, with no formal training, and took it up against whilst on Manus Island. His work is multidisciplinary, using a range of mediums including painting, working with stones and gems, drawing, and now graphic art. Kurdish people have suffered greatly through genocide, through displacement, through persecution. They still struggle today for independence, for country, and for freedom. They are not permitted to speak their own language. They are stateless. They cannot practice their culture, music, art, or dance.
Since I was a kid, I loved art. Art gives me energy, joy, and through art, I can show everyone the pain that society is going through. I'm Behnam from Iran. I am an artist.
My name's Marcus and I worked at a detention centre here in Melbourne. I worked in a detention centre for nearly 2.5 years and my position was as an activities officer. As I got to know people a little bit more, I could see there was an enormous amount of talent and a lot of very gifted people from various countries.
My name's Tom Ballard and I'm reading for the artist Sinner because he's unavailable. My name is Sinner. I'm from the Middle East and I'm 27 years old. I draw about my situation, my people, my skin. When I'm painting, I'm talking about my situation. I draw everything inside my painting. 100% art really helps. When I finish, I feel like I make something. I put all my pain in the painting.
For me, is using art as a language and as a way of communication to describe what I feel and how I feel about life and my emotions, because I want when someone looks at my painting, I want them to think about it and look deep into it and try to discover the meaning that's behind that painting.
My name is Mariam and 34 years old, from Iran, and I'm an artist.
My name's Tom from Big Scary and I'm reading on behalf of Abbas, who is unavailable to shoot. My name is Abbas and I'm from the Middle East. I'm 27 years old. In my country, I worked as a residential plasterer and painter, as well as sculpture for walls. I've never studied art. My work comes from my talents. Sometimes I paint to reflect our situation here, and sometimes I paint natural and beautiful things like flowers, because these are things that I miss seeing.
Hello, I'm Dave Graney. I'm a Melbourne-based musician, author and performer and broadcaster. I'm going to read some text out from a refugee artist and I have the text here. My name is Mustafa and I'm from the Middle East. All my artworks in this time named. The Sun Without Sunshine. The painting is about kids being in detention, which I believe is something out of imagination. Watching a kid behind a fence and not caring about this. In my point of view, putting kids in this situation is the biggest crime, and there would be no reason for something like this. Art has been with me since I was a kid, and I have been always connecting with my soul through art. I'm so happy, and at the same time so lucky, to have this opportunity to use my art for showing my feelings and thoughts and sharing them with the world. I hope that I could show what I wanted to share with people with my artworks. Thank you so much.